Well, welcome onto the set,
Thank you.
Doyle. So we're going to talk a little bit about investing in Summit County and what the market and everything is doing up here.
Well, we've had a really active market the last couple of years. As Denver in the Front Range of Colorado's done really well, it tends to have a positive effect to us up here in Summit County. So we've seen growth at 10+% the last couple of years. And there's just some great properties that are coming on the market. They just highlighted the Grand Colorado, so someone that wants to get a piece of the timeshare type option where you're just right there at the base of slopes and pay a fraction of the cost. There's that opportunity. But from a real estate standpoint, from full ownership, you can whether you're interested in Breckenridge or Keystone or Copper to talk about the 3 big resorts, or you want to be in the middle of the county, Silverthorne, Dillon, Frisco. I think there's a little bit of something for everybody. A lot of times people say, I love Frisco, for example. I want to be walking distance to Frisco. Or I love Dillon because at the summertime I like to be able to go down to the marina. Or I love to be at base of the slopes. I think that it's just a matter of educating people on the market. And I think people are surprised that the pricing in Summit County a lot of times will start in the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 price range. So if you're looking for a 1 or 2 bedroom, you can find properties in that $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 price range. If you want a spectacular townhome, duplex, home, then they certainly could be obviously a lot higher than that. But again, it's more just listening to people. If they want to rent the property out, do they not want to rent their property out? Are they going to pay cash? Are they going to do a finance? There's just a lot of things going on, and as a local, we want to share our experiences that we do every day with them. So that's really, in a simplistic manner, what we're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, people are coming up here and they're already spending a lot of money if they're like just renting a place. And if they come up here often and they love it, then you're a great person to show them around, very personable, and help them it's a big decision to make Summit County part of your home.
Yeah.
But it's a really good one.
Yeah. So, for example, my wife, Rebecca, she has some good friends, Justin and Cassie, that she grew up with in Texas. And, my wife's been out here 16 years. I've been out here 25 years. And they came out for the first time as a family to go skiing over Christmas, and how beautiful. And their kids are just so excited and they're learning. And then my little guy, Beckham, that's on Team Summit, was sitting with the table with them at dinner and talking about, he goes to Woodward and how he's just learning how to do backflips and how he's doing misties and how he's doing rodeos. It's like,
right.
So this little 8-year-old is talking to these 12-year-old, 14, 16, 18-year-old kids, and they're like looking at him in awe. But that's what it's about. I mean, they realize, hey, we can also enjoy this.
Right.
And we could buy a property and we don't have to use it all the time, and we can rent it on out. So there's properties, for example, at the base of the ski slopes that are pulling in, believe it or not, $50,000, $60,000, even $100,000 in income. So a lot of people say, well, I can make this a little bit more affordable for me. I'm not going to use it every single day. So if I buy one of these properties and I want to put it in the rental program, that's an option for me.
Right. And then they can come out here more often.
Right.
And then maybe they can start doing the backflips and the misties.
Yeah. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, the little guy Beckham is just like, he's just going off the charts in his big old smile. So, I mean, I get that personal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and all these other families do too. You don't have to be doing the jumps. The fact of the matter that I went from a green to a blue, I skied all day, I didn't stop. I remember being a young kid, how excited I was to go to the ski areas. So it's fun to be able to share that situation with people. And then from a seller standpoint, this is a great time to put your property on the market. The property values have gone up. A lot of my clients like to take advantage of, they went from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom, because their family's grown, or they just want a bigger property. And or, fast forward, they've had the property 10, 12 years and they're empty nesters and now they want to downsize. So there's always a reason for people to sell. And at Live Sotheby's International Realty, that's one of the reasons I joined them, is that we have an amazing marketing, from a national, international standpoint, from a local standpoint. And, Deborah's my assistant. We feel very, very fortunate to be one of the top brokers year after year after year. I mean, we did 60 transactions last year, which is just huge. And that's where I could put my 25 years experience, whether it's a buyer or a seller, to help them maximize their real estate objectives.
Yeah, super helpful, especially for those out-of-towners. Have a local help them out and figure out, where things are and where they want to be and help them through this experience.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said, talking about restaurants, talking about special hikes, talking about little stashes in the trees where to go to ski, talking about, hell, did you ever think about maybe going dog sledding?
Right.
There's things that are just off the chart. Like everyone thinks about snowboarding and skiing, but there's so much more depending on the season. Winter, it's endless, and summer, it's just off the charts.
I know. I do love the winter. I'm really excited this holiday season, but I'm ready for summer.
I'm not. We're all excited. It's snowed out there. It's Christmas. It's the holidays.
It is.
Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Enjoy it right now.
All right. Yeah, everyone. Well, thank you for coming on, Doyle. Where can people find information?
Well, go to my website. I list every single property in all Summit County, so they can go do a search, and based upon what they're looking for, they can put 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I want to be in 400 to 500. I want to be in these particular areas. It's a pull up everything. I have featured properties there that are my listings. There's a little bit of background on myself. Like I said, I've been doing this for 25 years. You see the neighborhood, so you can pick a neighborhood. You can pick, new developments. There's some great new developments that are existing right now throughout Keystone and Breckenridge and Silverthorne and Dillon, and there's some new ones coming on board. So the person that wants a brand new property that's becoming available, for example, at Keystone, the base of slopes, give me a call. I've been doing this for 25 years, done 25 plus new developments, so definitely know how to share all the details with people and walk them through the process.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for coming
for
on
having
today,
me.
and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays out to everyone.
All right.
Enjoy.
Yes, well, thanks. We'll be right back, you guys, after this.